first full-length video since I have come back. How will it go? Stay tuned to find out. Okay, here we are at a newly renovated Greenslade station. This is my first time seeing the new Greenslade ever since the metro extension going down to Whitney Green, because I didn't really play much, but this looks fantastic, especially since the old station is so bad. Not so bad, but it was just lacking some features and it just felt annoying, you know, to stay there for so long, which is why I have waited to do this video until now, because this is a way better station. There's more trains, there's more places to go to, obviously, for all down the metro line now. It does seem there's only one train scheduled, though it does seem that as a... Okay, let's just forget that happened. Anyway, as I was saying before I died, there does seem one train approaching, but unfortunately it is a Waterline, so, you know, I would rather want a metro, you know, since it's new and stuff, but of course to come down this line you need the tram train, and expensive. The tram train is expensive. I don't know the exact cost, but it's not common, that's for sure, for most metro operators probably around going into Stepford UFC, because that's a free route, but I think our Waterline should be down by Whitney Green. Let's see if I can try to see it from here. Okay, yeah, there's absolutely nothing, but unless there's another pandemic of the ghost trains, I know that used to be a thing. We should be getting this shit now. Obviously, there's an issue of whether it'll turn around or not, which maybe that's not such a bad thing, because I would like to look at Greenslade some more. I remember when old Greenslade, it was literally just like a small square hut, like a leather roof, like kind of like this one here, and then you walk out and it was a single road, and it led to like a massive grass wall from the road that comes down near Robinson Way and then Whitney Green. And there was a couple houses, and then there was like building skyscrapers at the edge, but that was about it. Now it actually looks like a livable area. There seems to be factories and some garden type areas, and also an entrance on the opposite side. Even though the opposite side looks a bit more bare, but this is supposed to be the main entrance side, at least, I think. So it shouldn't be too long until our Waterline train does arrive. We'll see here. We'll see. Okay, and here is our train now approaching platform 2. Looks to be a 730, which I do believe are actually being remeshed. I think there was a sneak peek for 2.4 recently. I'll pop up on screen if I can find it. And let's just say they are definitely, that's the 720, are definitely needed a remesh. You can see as it approaches, and it's pretty blocky around some edges, especially at the front. So it's nice to see it remeshed, but it's certainly not the worst train in the world. Certainly not. Now, this fact being this, it came from Newry, by the way, Newry Greenslade, which is quite a common point grinding route. I am hoping that the train does turn around. Also, this does seem to be like a newer driver, not only because they're a TD or a guest even, but because they just tried to stop like halfway up the platform, which, you know. Maybe I shouldn't criticise anyone's driving skill, but...
This is Greenslade. This train terminates here.
Maybe if I am nicer, they will actually turn around. Like, you're doing very well and good in driving. Please turn around. I know you're late, so you shouldn't take that long to turn around. Please. Okay. Maybe I should have been nicer then. Maybe I should have been nicer. I guess that's my lesson for today. Oh, there is. Is that this? No, they fixed that bug with these one trains showing up in the departure mode. But there is another Greenslade train, which by the time it does look like it just turned around at Newry, so it's pretty far away from here. But another train's another train. Even if it's false hope, it's still hope in some sort of way. Yeah, let's explore more of station, shall we? Inside here we have some benches, which I don't know. I don't know if my game's just bugging out, but those handrails don't look correct. If you look at them, they're not properly modelled. I'm not sure if that's just an issue. Before I started recording, I was having issues with my avatar loading in, and you can see the trees are floating. There's none of the stems are there. The stems are on those trees, but they're not on those trees. Which I don't know if that's just a bug around Greenslade or something's going wrong with my game, but anyways, it does look like outdoor benches inside, which, I mean, that's like a common quirk of UK train stations, I guess. Just a bit strange. Of course, the bins. They always have the bins, even though there's only 2 of them. Well, it's supposed to be 3. Don't have a clue what those types are. Doors, nowhere. They have the, obviously, the walkways for accessibility. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out, power changeover battery. That's on the tram line to Berley. There's no overhead wires, so they can instead use batteries, which is a nice addition, I feel like. The whole thing with the pantograph, the diesel engines, the battery, where you have to change your mode of power, I do like that. That is a nice addition, and they have the proper signage and stuff for it. You can see all the way down here, there's another one. Then they also have, just if you can see over the end there, the black box signs. That's for like the point of where the power from the pantograph's going to disconnect. You need to switch to battery or diesel if you're. I don't think the what's that train called? It's the one with all 3 modes. I will put it up on screen if I do remember the class of it, but it's the one that runs the exclusive route from Stepford Victoria and Morganstown via like Port Benton. That train. I don't think that can run on the tram lines, but I do know it can run to Stepford Bay, which is also tram exclusive for the same exact reason this is tram exclusive. So I don't get why that. I digress. But gonna have to wait here and see. One thing that'll be interesting to see, since we are waiting here for so long for this Waterline, maybe a metro spawns. You know, we can go to, where do you even go on metro these days? Back into Stepford, Barton, Ellesmere, Berley, Benton, I guess. No, there's not a connection there. I mean, we're going if Waterline would be for Benton, but I would rather take metro, to be honest, because you know what, I kind of, unpopular opinion here, maybe not, I don't know. I feel like in the recent months that I've played SCR, I have used the Morganstown branch more than I have the mainline from Benton. I don't know, I just feel like I like the Morganstown branch more. Maybe that's because it's been most recently updated, maybe that's because of Airlink, maybe that's because of Metro, I don't know why. But I do like it better than the normal line. Okay, attempt number 2 of trying to get out of Greenslade. This time we have a 195. Yeah, a 195. Seems to be a 3 car. Please, good sir. Please let this be a point grinder. Who's going to go back and forth between Benton and Greenslade, or Newry and Greenslade. Because they need to turn around, right? Right. Typical SCR. Alright, but I guess there's going to be no trains, yeah. And I thought it'd be easier to get out of Greenslade since, like, before they added a metro here. The worst Greenslade. Well, I was just AFK a bit waiting for trains, and it seems like we have 2 different Waterline trains arriving at the same exact time. It's strange. Well, not exact time. This one's delayed, obviously, but I think one of them was just doing the regular route, and then the one that's first now, obviously, that came out of the Whitney Green depot, I think, because it just randomly spawned in. I wasn't even paying much attention, I'll be honest, but at least if one these ones we have a backup, which is a good thing. Now, that one's delayed, right? No, there's no way that it would be delayed. That one doing the front of that one, but I just want to leave Greenslade. Like, it's a nice place, yeah, but I've already explored all of it. Nothing else to do here, unless the buses want to suddenly magically work again. But I highly doubt that. So, this. So platform 4 isn't that a dual-sided platform because there's signal at that end and then there's the red signal there, but I genuinely think this signal's only for terminating. So that two water lines can terminate at the same time. They could also use platform 1 to terminate. I mean, logistically that would work, yeah, but you would need a signal on the opposite side, I guess, for when it departs, so it might not work.
Platform 4 terminates here. This train is the service from Whitney Green.
Okay, yeah, this is a platform. This is the one that came out of the depot service to Whitney Green at platform 4. This one's still delayed by 2 minutes. Since it just came out of the depot at Whitney Green, surely it'll turn around. I mean, I feel like every time I say something like this, I'm jinxing it, but there's no possible way that this doesn't turn around. So, well, at least I can hope. A man can hope. Gain another 730. Heavily need remake. Really badly, but we're getting it. Also, want to know your opinion on something. In all the leaks for 2.4 that I've seen, they never once show the tracks, so people are going crazy like, oh my days, they're adding mesh tracks. Do you think they're adding mesh tracks? I don't know. I feel like it was teased all the way back in that like demo game back in like, it was years ago. There's a demo game for like the Roblox transport like like showcase thing, and there was the mesh tracks that's shown there. If you don't know why mesh is better, the mesh basically makes it all one part, and the more parts in a Roblox game, the more laggier it's going to be. So it's like for optimization sake, it's basically the rails are all going to be one piece instead of like, I think the bottom's a decal currently. So it's obviously way better. And this train, while I was yapping, this train has turned around to Newry. I think we'll just take it to Benton, and we'll see where we can go from there. Oh, are you serious? No way. I do believe we're closer to Whitney Green because we just passed Robinson Way, but that is so unfortunate. You see what I mean with all this lag, by the way? Look, my avatar's completely grey, the information board backing is gone. I know, but at least Whitney Green has the actual tram platforms. Those are nice to look at, but welcome to Whitney Green, woohoo. The other Newry train that is coming, it's expected in 2 minutes, so it isn't much of an issue. So one design choice that I don't understand, why is the lamp in the middle of the path? It doesn't make much sense. The tram platform is very thin. Like very, very thin. I guess it could be thinner, you know what I mean. Yeah, we got the exclusive tram stoplights. It's actually highly detailed. Then of course past the tram tracks, we have another pole in the middle of nowhere. The other information board and destination, the departure board, and then ball of water. Well, they actually you can walk through them now.
Platform 2.
There is a lake, but I just realised I have to get the other train. Platform 2, look. Uh-oh. It should just be on the left.
Morganstown Docks, Port Benton, Benton, West Benton.
That was nearly a mistake.
Faraday Road, Eden Key,
Miss the other train.
and Newry.
Part of me does kind of miss the old Whitney Green, but obviously it had to be updated. Like the brown stairs that are like a 45-degree angle, I do miss it, but it had to be updated. It was so old. The oldest station in the SCR. I heard that 1,000 times.
Whitney Green.
So well, hopefully take this train to Benton. If this one doesn't despawn. Okay, here is Benton. There is a train across there, the Connect, but I highly doubt that I'll actually be able to get there in time. Oh my days, there's no way I just pulled that off. Holy! Well, stayed in Benton for about 5 seconds and now we're on our way. We don't have much time left in the challenge, unfortunately, as it is only an hour. Spend most of that time at Greenslade, but let's go forward as far as we can. And here we are at Hampton Hargate, another one of the newly updated stations, at least to me. But unfortunately, it has just about been an hour since we started this challenge, so this is the end of the video. I would like to explore Hampton Hargate some more. Seems like there's a car park. If anyone wants a car park, yes. Another entrance to the station. Jesus Christ, this is a big station, isn't it? It's like a very far entrance. There's a main entrance over there. But we do not have time for that today as our challenge has ended. So if you did enjoy today's video, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.